Hello, it's Antonia, Grammy to some. Well, we've just finished our DNC and it was wonderful. So today I'm feeling good, but I know we got a lot of work to do. But I want to talk about a few things that I witnessed. First of all, last night when Kamala Harris came out and gave her speech, with my eyes, my own eyes last night, I saw what could, and I do believe will be, our first woman president. It's so exciting and long overdue. Long overdue. I don't know if I've said to you before that my husband sometimes talks about balance. You know, that the scales should be balanced. And I agree with that. And for the first time, I saw that promise of balance. She was great. She looked and sounded like a president. And the United States is ready for a woman to be a president, to bring that balance, because the scale is so lopsided right now, and it needs that balance. Aren't we excited about that? The people, all the people, everything there at Chicago, it looked like America to me. That's what America looks like to me. And I know by watching that and listening to other people, that's what they see too. And that is America. That's what America is all about. When I think about the people that don't see what we see maybe, and maybe some of us, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but we're a society that's so used to a lot of instant gratification. We want it right now. You know, we pull in a fast food restaurant, we make our order, we pay our money, we get our food, and off we go. We stop at a service station to fill up our cars, and it doesn't have to be open. We just take out our little card and swipe it, get our gas, and we're gone. I mean, you know, we make appointments, we go in, hopefully they see us at our appointment time, do whatever business we do, and we go on. But, you know, we're just so used to instant gratification. We've got used to that. We want everything now. We press a button, comes on, you know. We can cook a meal in 30 minutes if we want to, with all the microwaves and deep fryers and, air fryers and whatever, you know. But when I think about our democracy, and especially our freedom, freedom is not free. It takes work. And it doesn't come instantly. And problems that we have in this country, and it's always been that way, always will be that way. Things don't happen instantly. It takes a lot of hard work to achieve the things we want to achieve, and we have to work together to do that. So, with Kamala Harris bringing that balance, I believe we can get a lot of things achieved, and we can keep freedom. But we have to work for it, and even when she is elected, we still have to work. It never ends. I'm 71, soon to be 72, and I know that. I know that It takes work to have freedom. A lot of heartache, a lot of pain. But I also know that it is so worth it. It is so worth it. On my last video, I mentioned that Project 2025. Of course, I said Project 2024. I hope everybody knew what I was talking about. I think I've stumbled and done that a couple of times. I don't know why I do that. Maybe it is my age. But anyway, when I talk about it, I mean Project 2025. I'm going to get that straight because it's so important. And it was mentioned at the convention quite a bit, and we need to keep talking about it because we don't want our freedoms took away. We don't want this country to change for the worse. We want this country to progress and go into the future, and we're headed that way, and we need to be headed that way. So let's just keep on keeping on. It's worth it. It is worth it. Oh, different people saying different things, and the one thing I believe Kamala said it, is that the dictators like Putin and Kim Jung, they're rooting for Donald Trump. They want Donald Trump to be president because they know they can manipulate Donald Trump. Oh, he comes off like he's the big tough guy. You know, he's the big bully. He knows how to handle that stuff. He doesn't. Look how he has had while he was the president and we had COVID. Look how he handled our country. It was chaos. Don't forget January 6th. And he still calls those people hostages. And I heard this morning he's going to have like an award ceremony at Mar-a-Lago for these insurrectionists. Awards. Tried to overthrow the United States government. Our country, people. And he's going to give them awards for that. He was losing his mind last night, talking on Fox and everything, talking about how Kamala didn't talk about, he named off all these bad things, you know. What he says is so bad is not as bad as he wants all of you to think. He wants you to think it's that bad. Yes, we have problems, and yes, we need to get things took care of. And but we don't want to talk about and make up and exaggerate on the wrongs in our country. We want to be well aware and informed of everything that needs to be done, and keep that in mind, and help our country progress and get through those problems. But we, at the convention, was not the time, especially after having to deal with the MAGAs and Donald Trump for all these years. We didn't want to have to go down that dark hole of what's wrong. And he talks about the invasion at the border. He's always talking about the invasion at the border. Well, it was said last night, and we need to keep saying it, that there was a bill that was put forth by Republicans and Democrats to solve a lot of problems down there on the border. And Donald Trump called them up and told them to kill it because it might hurt his political ambition to be president. He wants to be dictator. And like I said, and like other people have said, Putin and Kim Jung would love that. They would love it. This is America. This is not Russia. This is not North Korea. thank God in heaven. Thank God in heaven. Then I want to talk about this stuff that J.D. Vance said about Democrats being anti-family. Anti-family. I think about Tim Wild's son getting up and cheering for his daddy and being so proud of him. A special needs young man. And they have ridiculed him on Fox News and some of the MAGAs. They've been ridiculing this young man. A special needs young man that is proud of his father and loves his father. And we're anti-family. And how Tim Wiles is so proud of his daughter. Then we had Doug's daughter, Kamala's husband, Doug, and his daughter. There was a picture took where he had his arm around her waist and his son was on the other side. And they made a big deal about that. Look at him with his arm on his daughter's waist. My gosh, people, what have got into you? Of course, I know what that is. A father can't put his arm around his daughter. And you go to the wrong place. Anti-family. Makes no sense to me. Then there's been a little mention about RFK. And I think even a few people have mentioned on my comments to, I ought to comment on what I thought about RFK. Well, I really don't care about RFK. Because on the subject of family, he has deserted his family and totally gave up all those values and ideals for America that our president, John F. K., had and his family had at the time and did for years and still do, of what America is. A beautiful place where dreams can be met, where we all can live together and strive to make this country wonderful. RFK, all I want to say about RFK, who cares? I don't care. And then Trump, while he was losing his mind over all our unity and all us patriots and Americans feeling good about our country again, even though he's tried to keep us all scared and worried and mad at each other, and just like dictators like to do, even though he starts talking about how, we just threw Joe Biden out. We just threw him out. And he's mad and all that. No. That's another one of his big lies that he likes to tell. Joe Biden is in Washington right now working for all of us. And he will be there until the inauguration day. He is our president and he's still there working for us. And Joe Biden is not mad. Joe Biden is a patriot. And he understood what was best for the country. So shut up your mouth, Donald Trump. We're sick of your madness. I can't wait until Kamala Harris has her inauguration day. And we get some balance in this country. So anyway, I think I've touched on everything I kind of wanted to touch on today. And I'm going to try my best to check in as many days as I can. There will still be days that I won't. But I'm going to try real hard to check in with everybody every day. And the comments I get, I love y'all so much. It is so nice to hear from people who understand what I'm saying and appreciate what I'm saying. It's just wonderful. So I want to say to anybody that just runs upon this video and is not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. It helps me. Thumbs up, that helps me. Comments help me. It doesn't cost anything. It's free. And if you go back and watch some of my videos, you don't particularly like it, then you don't have to stay subscribed. No money involved. But if this kind of interests you, then check me out, because it would help me. So I want everybody to have a good day out there today. I'm feeling great. I even brought my water out here with me today, so if I got to choking up, I'd have something to drink. And then the bugs, I sprayed this with bug spray because there's little gnats everywhere, and I had a bumblebee attacking me the other day. Oh, and this morning, speaking about Twiggy, my little cat, this morning Twiggy came up missing. Oh my gosh. Almost in tears. Going all over out here around the house and out here my little road and up towards my husband's sister's house, calling for him, trying to find him. No Twiggy. Woke up my husband, told him, can't find Twiggy. Frank was following me every step, so I didn't feel like Frank had anything to do with it. Couldn't find Sophie for a little while, but then she came out. And I kind of was accusing her of maybe running him off somewhere down in the weeds, and maybe he was scared. But anyway, come to find out he was just curled up in the house, taking a nap, wasn't paying any attention to us hollering for him and looking for him. He comes out, and I was so happy. I was so happy to see that little kitten. So it'll be like that every now and then until Twiggy learns his name, because Frank and Sophie both know their name, and my husband even has a little whistle that he whistles. So when we call them, or Jim whistles, they come and they check in, because we have had cats out here where we live that were took off by coyotes, and it's heartbreaking. So, but I'm not going to keep them in the house. I like for them to have their freedom too. But we try to check on them and teach them, and they know to be wary of any vehicles that come up through here. Excuse me. Just like with your children. Just like with your children. You raise them, you teach them right, and then you got to, like the bird does, push them out of the nest a little bit. So we want our cats to be cats, but we do keep an extra eye on them and check on them and love them. So Twiggy's fine, and we're happy. So again, everybody have a good day. Let's enjoy this good feeling, but let's remember, we have to keep working. Freedom is not free, and we just keep on moving towards it and progressing. But oh, it's worth it. It is so worth it. Freedom is just so worth it. Love to you all, and talk to you tomorrow, hopefully. Bye.